Good afternoon, everybody. Chef Neva here. It's a little bit after 2, afternoon of Saturday. It's raining outside, so I figured I would do this today. Today we're going to do a recipe for vegan burgers, and I hope you like it. Alright, here we go. Okay, as you see, I have my ingredients all together, so let's go over this. This recipe will make 6 to 8 patties. You're going to need 2 cups of red, pinto, and black beans. Here's my beans. Now, I've actually taken my black beans and used more of them than my other beans. Next thing you're going to need is 1.5 cups of rolled oats. This is going to be used as like a flour. The other thing you're going to need is 1.5 cups of grated carrots, but I actually use my dehydrated carrots. Next thing you're going to need is 1.5 cups of chopped onions. Chopped onions, purple, I prefer, a little bit more robust. Next thing you're going to need is 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now, I make my own tomato powder, and that's the only stuff I can use in reference to a ketchup. The next thing you're going to need is 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. Here is my little seasoning plate. Next thing you're going to need is a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I would want you to add 3 tablespoons of Italian season. We also need 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, which I use here from Frontier Co-op. And you're going to also need a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Okay, all organic. We want to stay organic if we possibly can, and vegan. The other thing you're going to need is a 1 teaspoon of Smokey paprika. Tonight I've used only regular paprika because my parents are up there in age and they can't have anything too spicy. You need 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper and 1/4 of a teaspoon of chili powder. It's all in there. Alright, now we're going to go to the next step where we're going to get ready for our beans. Of course, we're going to cook our beans till they're semi-soft. 2 to 3 minutes or even more. Upon your texture preference, do so. Alright, my beans are in. And now I'm going to boil them down. And then we'll go to the next step. The beans are done. Time for straining. Ooh, a little foggy there. Alright, while your beans are straining, you want to get either a food processor or a blender out. Here's my fancy food processor. And you want to add the oats and blend the oats until you make a coarse flour. So let's do that. Missed a couple there. Now, I just want to show you something. This is my tomato powder. It's just dehydrated tomatoes with nutritional yeast flake and potato starch. And with this powder, you can actually just add water to it. You see that? And then it pastes up. And this is exactly what you need to add to this recipe. This gets you away from canned goods. Canned goods has a lot of preservatives in it, and it's really not good for you to eat. So I've created something really neat here that you can actually add to your kitchen. The other thing I want to tell you too is within a couple weeks I'll be introducing my whole dehydration line of vegetables. This is the carrots, and all you do is rehydrate them back with hot water, and you can use them in any recipe. It's good for a food source, or if you don't have a very large kitchen or a cabinet space, instead of going out and buying fresh, you always have this on hand without spoiling, and you just add water to it. Okay, now it's time to do your coarse flour. So what we're going to do is pulsate. You kind of want to make it look like breadcrumb style. Okay, you see how it is? Kind of like breadcrumbs. Let's get back in one more time. Okay, starts to look good now. Let's check it out. Okay, that's how you want it, everybody. See that? All right, now to the next step. Okay, now the next process is after the flour is ready, you want to add the rest of the ingredients and blend until a little chunky. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, I have all my ingredients in, as I have told you, which I'll also have in the description line. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure that you blend it until it's a little chunky. So let's see how well we can do this together. Sorry about this, I'm a one-handed lady. I like to use the pulse. Okay, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to chop it. I don't want to shred it. I just want to pulsate it. Here we go. Okay, so I forgot to tell you guys this, and I do apologize. When you're pulsating it, it has a hard time mixing together. So what I do is I get in with a spoon, and I just move all that around to get everything pushed together. Okay, just like that. And then do your pulsating again after you do all that. This is all done. Let's turn this camera around. And this is going to be how it looks. And then now I'm going to put it in a bowl. And then I'm going to refrigerate it for at least a half hour. Okay, this is what it looks like in the bowl. Alright. And then what I like to do at the end is add a couple drops of A1 into it. I know this does have some preservatives in it, but as of today, it usually does not make me sick. Though I don't eat steak, pork, or chicken, so I either use this or Worcestershire, but I ran out of Worcestershire. So just a couple drops. Alright. You don't want too much though, just a little bit. Just like that, okay? And then what I do is, I always have disposable gloves in my house. They are BPA free, so we don't want any of that plastic. And I'll try this using one hand. I get in, and I simply mush that A1 through the whole mixture. I'm trying to get my mom and dad to go vegan, so I have to make sure this tastes good for them. Being up there in age, 70 plus years old, they're so accustomed to eating meat, and they can't seem to give it up. Alright, so after doing this, I'm going to put this in cover it up, put it in my refrigerator for a half hour, and then I'm going to make patties. I'm going to form those patties and cook in a non-stick pan. You could do with or without oil. I prefer to use just a little bit of oil. And you can also bake them too. I haven't baked them, so I don't know degree-wise or what time, so I can't help you there. And then after that's all done, you make your burger, and you add your toppings to it, and so forth. Alright guys, well that's it. That's today's recipe, and I'm sorry if it's going to be in a couple part system. This is my first vlog that I've put on YouTube. My son told me that I should start doing this, and that's what I'm going to do. Oh, and let me explain a little bit about myself before the end of the video. Okay, I'm going to put you down and put you on pause for a minute. Come right back to you. Okay, I'm back. A little bit about me. I am a chef. I've been a chef for many years, and me and my better half actually put together a line of gluten-free, vegan/vegetarian, kosher, no salt added, meat-free, and dairy-free product line. These are soups and chilies. There's our chili, our tomato basil soup, old-fashioned corn chowder. These soups here and chilies are under 100 milligrams per, let me rephrase that. It's under 100 milligrams to 2 cups of the soup or chili. We've also created our own line of seasonings that are also very, very low in sodium. And we also have our own freeze-dried fruits, and then we're going to also have our own freeze-dried vegetables coming out soon. So if you guys like to take a look at the site, it's catmarinersgourmet.com. All you do is add water and a little bit of my season, and you'll enjoy it. So thank you for visiting my vlog, and I hope you all have a great day, and share on. More people we can tell, the better we're off. We'll live a lot longer. Thank you.